Hello everybody, my name is Hannah and this is Pepper and Pine, and today we are doing lesson number 9 for our form drawing, and we are using this book by Angela Lord called Creative Form Drawing. If you want to see any of the previous lessons, they are all linked below. We've already done several lessons with straight lines and different patterns and also with curves, and now we are starting, or actually we're continuing on the flowing lines, and we had a little bit of trouble with the last couple of lessons, so we are going to work on these. So some of the stuff will be familiar and similar to what we did before, and then we're going to progress with it. So I am going to have my daughter draw her border. She's actually on her last page of this main lesson book, so go ahead and do that. And let me put this aside. And then I also want to say that if you would like to work along with us, go ahead and grab a large sheet of paper. Our main lesson books are 9 inches by 12 inches. So if you could use a piece of paper that size or even larger is good. And then you can use some...
You did great.
You did great, you did. You can use some stick crayons or you can use some block crayons, and then we can start. So just don't use... Yeah, just don't use pencils or something thin. We want to have it a little bit thicker. And the last thing I want to say is this is a real-time lesson, so there are, my daughter is here who is 6. We're going to be working along together on this. So there are sometimes moments of like pausing and explaining, and that's just the nature of our homeschool lessons. Okay, so you did gray, and I'm going to do red.
Does it show gray?
Okay,
Let's
get started. Yeah. Do you want to choose a color? We're going to start with gray?
I know you can start with anything.
No, I'll copy you. I'll do what you're doing. You want me to do something different? Okay, then I'll start. I can do it.
What you want.
So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to start with our wavy line. Now, I'm going to ask you, do you want to do a loose wave or do you want to do a tight wave? You already are pretty good with the loose wave. Let's do a tight one. Okay. Let me show you. We're going to go up and down like this. And you may trace it with your hand if you'd like, or with your finger. I want to point out this is a block crayon. This has been really used. This is the size that they start out as. So we've had this one for a long time. There you go. No, that's lovely. You just got a little bit crimped. Let's take a red and let's go over it in the red. And that way we can get more practice and we can also add some more color to this one. Beautiful.
All right. Green?
Green? Let's do green. So now we're gonna move quickly through these forms so that we can get to some of the fun wiggly ones with like loops and stuff. Let's do these hills that are just completely connected. Can you do those? We've done these a couple of times now, so I think you could probably do these ones pretty easily. Beautiful. All right, so okay. So now we're going to start on our first form that actually has a pattern within the form. Okay, so I'm going to walk you through this one. Oh, you want closer? So I'm going to walk you through this one because this one is a little bit complicated. We're going to start with our hill. So can you do one hill and keep your
This is brown.
Did you want to start with maroon first? So you're going to go down into a hill. Then you're going to go up to do another hill. And when you come down, instead of pausing, you are going to go all the way down and make a loop. Then you can come back up and down into your hill. Then you're going to come up again and all the way down into a loop. Then you're going to go up and down, and then up and way down into a loop, and then back up, and then way down into a loop.
There.
You did it. Let's see.
Let's do brown and blue and purple.
Beautiful. We're going to try this one more time, okay?
With brown.
With brown. Okay, so we're going to go into the loop and then back down.
How about I do some of the hills in here?
Okay.
Then maybe I can do something else. last page has been finished.
Let's see. Oh, it's all done. All right, so we're going to do one more line. I'm going to take the blue, and we're going to do a similar form. You can, that's fine. I'm going to do a similar form here, but instead of just doing one of these hills and then going into a loop, we're going to do 2 hills and then go into a loop. And this one's a little bit too complicated for my daughter, so she's going to skip this one, but I want to show you this form. You can try.
Mountains.
Sure. So 2 hills and then a loop, which is going to touch my border. And then again, 2 hills and a loop. Again, 2 hills and a loop. So this one has 2 hills and then this dip right here for the loop. And I didn't really have enough space to do that one with quite as much exaggeration with the loop as I did here. So that's just a little comment on that. All right, so it's time for you to receive a new main lesson book. Sure, you can do one more right there. And I'm going to show everybody that you are now transitioning into the orange main lesson book. And these ones are available at waldorfsupplies.com. And they are, there you go. And they are really beautiful main lesson books. We really enjoy these, and this is 9 by 12. So we're gonna skip doing a title page because we did a title page for this one. Oh, you do want to do a title page? Okay, then I will leave that one blank, and then we can just start on the next page, and you can come back and do a title page when we're done. Okay?
Oh, can I just do a title page now?
Okay, so we actually ended the lesson a little bit early. My daughter really wanted to walk these forms, so I took a stick and I drew this form into our carpet. It won't damage the carpet, it's just, you know, kind of traced it out. And then she walked it a few times back and forth, and that was about it. So if you want to try something similar to this, you can just get a stick and go to the park, and you can actually do any of these forms, and then the children can walk the forms that way. So we went ahead and finished the lesson early. We will come back to these forms again in the next lesson. If you want to see any of our previous lessons, you can tap on the screen right now. And if you want to see what we're up to on a daily basis, you can find me on Instagram at Pepper and Pine.